best behaviour here, Jack. Okay, I went straight into that one, didn't I? That ride, I didn't film anything before or anything like that. I'm just feeling just a little bit deflated with life and being busy all the time. I'm back in my holiday cottage, cleaning. I just can't keep up with things, and I love making these videos and I love bringing you guys along Arthur's journey, but I'm just struggling for time a little bit, that's all. I've got so many videos lined up, like God knows when you're going to see this one. But I just really struggling to find the time to put into them. So this one was just literally the GoPro footage. But here's a photograph of the ride, and Arthur was awesome. It gets a little bit frustrating sometimes because obviously, like, people know that our grey is semi-retired and we did walk most of this, and I was happy with that, but I did get a little bit frustrated at the same time, like, who doesn't? But I suppose because Arthur was so keen, he was a little bit slow to begin with. I understand now how horses also need to be trailer fit. And I know that this probably has an effect on Arthur's back maybe. So I would normally stretch him out a little bit when I got there, but I didn't this time. I don't know why. I think I was just like nervous, that's all. And he just took a little bit to warm up kind of thing. But after about like 20 minutes, he was great, and then all of a sudden he was dead keen. Just consistently how I expect him to be, although he got super keen towards the end, like super keen to the point I was a little bit worried because we were going down some quite rough tracks, which you'll have seen, and Arthur just doesn't really think. He just thinks, oh, there's horses in front of me, oh, this is exciting, woohoo! And that's not helpful. When you're going down really rutty tracks, I didn't want him to trip over or anything like that. Because we did have a bit of a canter, which you will have seen, over some like grassland, but there was loads of people having a canter ahead, so I thought that would have been fine. And oh my God, there were like ditches in, and me and Arth nearly face planted one of them, so I was a little bit worried about that. But yeah, all in all, he was awesome, and he was still full of beans towards the end. He was a nightmare. My GoPro actually went off. That's one of the downsides. So my husband has an older GoPro, so the footage isn't quite as clear as mine, but my GoPro doesn't really last for that long. So my GoPro went off first, which was so annoying. But I have had I did look through it. Obviously, I've not edited it while I'm making this video, but there's some really good footage, so I thought I'd share it. But yeah, and also I decided to set up a Patreon page. So that's just for if anybody likes what I do and wants to support me on Arthur's journey, just to contribute towards just the time it takes me to make these videos and things like that, then I would really, really appreciate that. And I've also got, I've just got different levels of contribution that people would like to potentially give. And this is something that I don't actually share at the moment. I don't offer as a service, but everybody knows that I have a holiday cottage, and at the moment it's just on Airbnb. And I don't allow people to bring their horses, but it's always been something that I've been interested to do. So I actually thought that I would add that on a tier on one of the Patreon membership packages. So obviously it's not cheap because it's almost like a holiday. But I thought I would offer that, so I don't offer it anywhere. So anybody who would be interested to come and stay at my holiday cottage and bring their horse along and come for some rides out with me and Arth, that would be quite nice. But I do plan to do a vlog on that, so I'll show you guys around my holiday cottage, show you the hot tub, and then just show you our facilities for the horses and things like that, and hopefully that will be interesting. But yeah, Arthur's going great. As soon as I got him back, I checked his back and he showed no soreness. I couldn't help myself. I took a photograph of his back when I took the saddle off, and you can see that the markings of the saddle are really good. So he has even sweat patches all across, and you can see that my saddle doesn't really move because he's still got like a nice line, nice space down the middle of his back, and you can see that my saddle doesn't sit over his spine, which is awesome. But there is one problem with my current saddle, which obviously I can't wait for my my new saddle, hopefully. It just sits a little bit too far back at the back, so obviously I had the channel widened, didn't I? But now the panels aren't quite right. But it doesn't seem to be causing him any issues, and I'm not doing a significant amount under saddle anyway. We're doing quite a lot of hacking, but he seems fine, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, so all in all, to me, his saddle, the jump saddle that I'm using, is a pretty good fit. And yeah, he's not showing. He didn't show any back pain, so I ran my hand right down the middle of his spine, and no reaction. I ran them down the edges of his spine, no reaction. And then I checked along the legissimus dorsi muscles, and again there was no reaction. So we put them out for a bit, got them back in, gave them their feeds, and I just did a couple of Arthur's normal stretches, and he was fine. So that, I was so relieved. Obviously people know that I'm a bit pedantic over all of this kind of stuff. Whether it's a good or a bad thing, I don't know. But I do like to pay attention and to see how he is, and all good so far. So we don't have any more riding plans or anything like that. But yeah, that's it. So the next video will probably be introducing you guys to my holiday cottage. I know I've probably done loads of videos where it's in the background, but I've not actually showed you guys. So yeah, until the next one.